Hello and welcome. Thought I might look at theme building with WordPress and using our old friend Acme Constructions, have a go at building a WordPress theme based around that. So I'll just sort of take you through what I've got so far. This is just a basic installation of WordPress, and what I've got here, I've imported a whole lot of data, just test data, so that we can sort of see here, so we can sort of test out our theme and see how it all works out. This is the 2021 theme running at the moment. So what we're going to do is create a new theme based on the Timber framework. Looking here in VS Code, what we've got is pretty much a basic WordPress setup, and what I've done is gone into the themes and I've just created a new theme called Acme Timber, and this is the basic theme that was installed earlier. This theme is the bare bones timber based theme. There's not really much going on here. I've covered how to set it up in a previous video. I'll put a link below. Jumping back to our browser, we'll just go into our themes and we'll manage our themes, and we'll see I've got the Timber Starter theme already sort of set up here. So let's activate that, and here it is, and see what we've got. Not very attractive, but you can kind of see what we can make out of it. Now if we look at our theme code, we'll go to our style sheets here, because that contains the meta information. As you can see, there's really nothing here, no styles whatsoever. We need to do something about that, and also we need to set up a better system here. What I'll do here is I'll add a couple of folders into the system. We'll just create a new folder. This one's going to be our assets folder. And inside our assets, we'll have some new folders in there. We'll have one for images. We'll also create another one for folder, that is, for JavaScript. I got that. Let's just duplicate that one, and we'll call that resources. There's our resources, images, and JS. Excellent. Next thing to add is some SASS, and I'm going to get that from the underscores project. So over here there's a project called underscores, which is done by the people behind WordPress. So I downloaded that, and I'm going to grab the SASS folder from that and copy that into my project. I've just grabbed that SASS folder and dropped it in here in the resources folder. Need to make a couple of changes to that. So I'll go into our style sheet. Now I've got Acme Timber. It's not going to be based on underscores. We're actually using Timber to do that. We'll need to spell my name right. Timber based theme. Yep, all that's good so far. And this has got all the other sort of WordPress goodies and things that go with it. We've got our base files and that sort of stuff already set, and all we need to do is change them. I'll just save that. Next thing to do is set up our build system, And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to grab some of the work that we've already previously done while I'm in a cannibalism mood. I'm going to cannibalize the project I did on Winter CMS. So let's first initialize our project. So just run a terminal, and in our terminal we'll just run a yarn init, and we'll just do the defaults. That, if it's worked properly, should give us up here package.json. Yep, excellent. The next step is to bring in the packages we need. As you can see here, I'm going to be using auto prefixer, media query packer, which is actually dead, but I haven't seen any decent alternative for it. The CSS Nano, Gulp itself, Gulp concat, just to pull things together, Dart SASS, ImageMin, Post CSS, renaming, source maps, Tersa, and Post CSS. So we'll just hit the button and let that run its course. And here we go, all done. If we just make this window a little bit bigger, you can sort of see the work that's been going on behind the scenes. It's just installed all these packages into our node modules. So now what we have, we've got node modules folder in the top directory here with all the stuff in it, and we've got a package.json, we've got a yarn lock. Next thing we need to do is bring in our Gulp file. And while we're recycling pixels, why don't we go back to our Acme construction site and grab the Gulp file from there, and this one here. I'll just copy all that, and we'll use that as the base, as our starting basis for our Gulp file on our WordPress project. Now we've got our Gulp file, I've made some changes to it, so I'll just go through those changes and show you what I've done. Kept these variables up here exactly the same. Paths I've changed. I've moved them into the appropriate theme part. So I've got the resources folder that we set up previously in our theme folder for our SASS, and I've got the styles going to the top of the theme. So what that's going to do is make our style.ss. And scripts, same deal here. Resources and assets, which is why I set those folders up earlier. Same deal with images, and everything else I've kept pretty much the same because we don't really need to change it. There's a function I've got in here called vendor, which copies jQuery across. Since we're probably not going to be using it, I've just commented that out and commented it out of the exports. So it's a fairly simple modification. So basically the main modifications here from the winter file that I've done, moved it and modified it to the WordPress structures. Running Gulp style gives us an error, which I'll just show you. I suspect this is probably some kind of compatibility issue, but let's have a look at it. I'll just do a Google and see what we come up with. Okay, I did a Google of the error, and the suggested solution seems to be winding back the version. Let's have a look at our package file and see what version we're working with. ImageMin 8, yeah. Let's downgrade that back to 7. Well, we'll just get rid of the node modules folder, and we'll just run a yarn install again. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Yep, that's looking good so far. Let's have a look and see if that's actually worked in our WP content, themes, Acme Timber, and let's have a look at our assets. We've only done the themes thing, so we're not going to see anything in the assets. Alright, let's check our style. Yeah, this is looking a lot bigger. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, this is looking kind of promising. Let's go back and have a look at our website. Probably not a great deal's changed. We just got some different fonts and different colouring things, so the style has sort of moved through. Alright, so we've got the build side of the scripts all up and running. We've got our node installed, we've got Gulp set up, we've got Timber set up. We're ready to sort of move into the next phase of building our site. So I guess this is a good point to stop this, and we'll carry on in the next one. So thank you for watching. Hope you've got something out of it, and if you have, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.